What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? This, of course, here is Jamiroquai 2000, back here with the seventh and final episode of my recurring series here on my channel for all the new members of the Jamily or the Jamiroquai fan base of the Beginner's Guide to Jamiroquai. Given the recent influx of new music fans into the online Jamily from either the recurring Jamiroquai memes ecosystem to purely for musical discovery, I thought it was the right time to write and record this new post-video series to help those new music fans get an introduction to Jamiroquai, their past, present musical history, their musical influence, to the band members of past and present of Jamiroquai, to further enrich their exploration of the band Jamiroquai. Here, like I said, preface at the beginning of this episode, The Beginner's Guide to Jamiroquai, and the final episode 7 of this recurring series, I will discuss, to the best of my knowledge and the known news, what the future could hold for the band Jamiroquai and the current status and where the upcoming 9th Jamiroquai studio album could be going. So we're going to start off this episode with section 1, where in the final episode 7 of the Beginner's Guide to Jamiroquai, where I look at the potential future of Jamiroquai and their respective band members. Now, Jamiroquai have gone through a lot of tide changes over the years, individually and as a cohesive band unit, from creative to individual musical projects outside the confines of the band Jamiroquai, with examples of Derek McKenzie, Sola Kimball, Rob Harris, Matt Johnson, and many other Jamiroquai band members doing their own creative pursuits, ranging from music productions of upcoming artists to creating their own musical output presence, which is completely normal for any functioning musician in any band. But Jamiroquai is a band of 30 years, and I do think they still have a good amount of gas in the proverbial tank to produce a couple more albums under the Jamiroquai imprint in them. But of course, this is all determined by the band members of Jamiroquai and JK and what they need, want, and however life defines what's happening to them as a said band unit and respectively as individuals. Their influences on the pop music mainstream are undeniable, and more established acts or fledgling artists could tap the band members of Jamiroquai to help them out with their own music, from a conceptual to a creative direction, which would be very exciting. Artists like Tyler the Creator, Wolfpack, the Internet have all really been nurtured by the friendly affiliations with band members and, of course, with the band Jamiroquai in their own right, and in the end have ended up becoming better forward-thinking artists in the end with their connection to the Quai. And given Jamiroquai's track record of quality music given out to their ever-loving Jamily fan base, whatever happens ends up being amazing, awe-inspiring, and great for all those involved. Now I'm going to be moving on to the final section of this episode of the Beginner's Guide of Jamiroquai of episode 7, where I talk about where I think the 9th Jamiroquai album could go once it comes out in the next couple years out to the Jamily. Now, JK and the band members of Jamiroquai have been out there for the last couple years assuring the Jamily that the 9th studio Jamiroquai album would be out in some type of malleable form of composition creation, even coming out of the uncertain backdrop of the worldwide pandemic of COVID-19 from the years 2020 to 2022. As for where or what concept I would personally like to see them go with the prospective 9th Jamiroquai album of the future, I was thinking they could be looking backward and forward at the same time creatively, with a proper retrospective direction for the band and their legacy. What I mean to say in the simplest of terms is a collaboration album. An album conjured in concert with other old artists who inspired the very music that Jamiroquai makes, to the burgeoning new artists that are fueling the next generation of pop music acts. Now, they won't probably all be pop music, but in their own genres of music. This conceptual direction for the new Jamiroquai album would be a bit of a teeter-totter of uncertainty, but I think it would be a win-win for all new and possible new music fans of said collaborative act fan bases who could revel in the discovery of Jamiroquai's musical lineage in the midst of this new album promotions, new album release. But optimistically, that's what I want for album 9. But it's really up to JK and the guys and gals of Jamiroquai on what they can do and what they could do for the new album once the coming to fruition process of music creation either starts, middles, or ends in the next couple years. But in summation, whatever happens will be amazing, because Jamiroquai have never taken liberties in the creative process, and that reservation only enriches the future brilliance of the said music that ends up coming out of the process. And there you go. There are my thoughts of the future of Jamiroquai and the next to be, soon to be heard music from Jamiroquai. May I say, it's been an honor and privilege to create, curate, and compose this and all the episodes of the Beginner's Guide of Jamiroquai for all the new fans of the Jamly or old fans of the Jamly to become better fans in the knowings of within all the information of this said series. I do hope everyone enjoys the series or discovers this series in their own time, and I thank you all again, from the Jamly to the band to their management, for all of the support, good vibes, and positivity that you've all shown me here on YouTube for the past 7 years. Yes, I've been doing Jamiroquai videos on YouTube for 7 years, and this will hopefully be of many, many more years of my coverage of Jamiroquai and their musical history here on YouTube. As always, Jamly, take care. I will see you soon with more Jamiroquai related content here on the Jamiroquai 2000 YouTube channel, and I'll see you around, everybody. And thank you again for watching this series, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye, everybody, and take care.